Underground Superstar, where artists are given a platform to shine and to tell their stories. My name is Amberlyn, and today we have Tariq Omar.
Come on. Answer this. Is it really me that you hate? Or do you simply loathe the way that I make all my mistakes? If that's the case, I understand and I move out your way. Because I hate to be the reason you did not become great. Or you just wanna be loved? What a coincidence, I feel the same way. You got a lot on your mind, you have nothing to say. It's okay, let's clear our heads, revisit this.
This is song Rain, right?
Rain,
Rain.
Rain.
On YouTube. Y'all need to go and check that out. I'm trying to tell y'all, Rain Check been going down. There's some real stuff going on Rain Check, huh? We gonna talk about Rain Check today because that's, the most, sequent album that you done started. Okay, so do you mind telling me what's one of your favorite songs on Rain Check? Like, which one actually hit for you?
Man, it's hard to narrow it down because all of them hit just at different times. But I think the standout track for sure, a lot of times for me is Grief.
Grief?
Yeah, it's basically a song where I'm talking through the loss of my granddad and then the loss of one of my youth football coaches and how their efforts, you know what I mean, to help coach and reach out to the youth were intertwined, and how that impacted me as well to, cause me to be in the position that I'm in right now, doing what I'm doing.
Wow, and that's so dope how you explain that, and you still out trying to help the youth to give the message to the youth. I love that. But I also want to ask you, so you were saying that it was hard to pick. So do your songs like tell a story, or like how does it, what does it give?
Yeah, I think every song for me is its own expression of how I'm feeling in a moment of time or an experience that I've had, you know what I mean? And it's just that coming forth on wax, on a track, you know what I'm saying? So when the listener turns it on, they can instantly like delve, and dive into that world and that feeling and just follow the ride,
Okay, I love this. So, I mean, I just want to know, what is it like with Tariq, writing this, album? What is it like? What does it look like? If I was in a setting with you, watching you write, where would you be? What would you be doing? Like, what's the vibe?
Most of the writing that I get done is at home.
Okay.
Usually, like by myself, just like living with the music, just the tracks, the instrumentals. Yeah, and just really just taking my time to think about what I want to say, how I want to say it, and not necessarily, how it's gonna be received or anything like that, but just knowing that I have a gift,
Right.
and that whatever I do, it's already laid out for me, and I just gotta walk in that.
Okay, yes, I definitely feel it. I'm getting the chills because I feel like that you just so sure about what you feel, and I love that when somebody's so sure about their feelings and they're so sure about what they put out, like it's just 100% with it, like, But I also wanted to know when it comes to this album, because I feel like it's really deep. Like if people actually listen to it, whether if they on the way to a party or not, it'll hit them real hard. Like, hold on, should I go?
Yeah.
So I just honestly want to know, what sets you apart from different artists whenever it comes to like putting this out, putting this type of music out.
I think the thing that sets me apart is the fact that I don't know. I'm not trying to fit into any mode. You know what I mean? Like I don't chase a sound, and I'm just trying to be as unique and true to myself as possible. You know what I mean? Because I got people back home, my family. If I'm coming out, talking
Okay,
about
Detroit,
certain things,
you heard that?
talking about certain things that I'm not really, living, or they gonna look at me a little crazy. So I just want to be and stay true to myself. You know what I'm saying?
So, as an underground superstar, if I wanted you to explain to me like what that is, how would you explain that to me if I was speaking on you as the underground superstar?
Well, just somebody who's like under the radar, not necessarily, in the spotlight per se, the mainstream spotlight, but somebody that is able to exude their gifts and have an impact on people.
I love that.
Yeah, because regardless of who graces the underground superstar stage, you know, people are gravitating to that and they see that, you know what I mean, even though it's not something that they that's being broadcasted in the mainstream. So,
Right. And I love that because all you need to do is touch one person. You know, if you touch one person, they tell 10 people, 10
Right.
people tell 100, and then it's over with.
Exactly.
But, you know, I just love how we was talking earlier or whatever, and you said that if you want to give a shout out, you automatically said your mom, no thoughts. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I just want to know, like, do she have any type of inspiration when it comes to your music or your craft? I definitely feel like you giving a little poetry vibe, you know what I mean? But do she have any type of, you know, influence when it comes to your craft?
Well, my mom and my dad, for the most part,
Okay.
they've always been the type of parents to encourage me in any area or avenue that I have interest.
Yeah, I
You
love
know, if they see that I'm passionate about something and that I am skilled or have a gift and potential, they gonna push me. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They gonna push me to do that. Like my first set of studio monitors, you know, was by the help of my parents. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So they're always gonna give me that motivation and that extra help to do what I want to do. You know what I'm
I
saying?
love that. I love that. So your support system, you know what I'm saying, started at home, so it ain't going nowhere, and I love that for you. But I do definitely want to ask you a question when it comes to hardships because, you know, it's not like everything going all good or whatever. But I want to know what's some things that you feel like that, you know, push you back a little bit whenever it came to this last album that you had to shake back from to keep going. Like, could you name anything or you can think of any moment that you had when it came to you writing this album, the rain check?
Yeah.
Did you have to do a rain check? You know what I'm saying? It had to come back? Like, what happened?
Yeah, I think just being opening myself up to be as vulnerable as I was able to be on some of these tracks, that was somewhat of a struggle. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because a lot of us, we go through things and, you know, we like to put on faces because it's easier. You know what I'm saying? It's
is.
easier to do that and just go about your day. But if you're able to open yourself up and be completely honest and
Yeah.
vulnerable, you know, with other people, and I feel like that's you know, something I had to work into because it wasn't something that was natural. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so whenever you're saying that, basically you saying that it's something new. This album is a new part of you that you brought into. Okay, I love that for you. So, what is the last video that you did? Do you have any type of video on YouTube on the rain check?
Yeah, so the last video I shot was called "World Needs You,"
Okay.
which is the outro on the project. And the hook is pretty much saying, "Please don't run away from the world when the world needs you." You know, and the idea behind that is just like, you know, a lot of times we just want to crawl into our shells. You know what I mean? And just like get away from everything that's going on in the world. But we got to realize that like we all have gifts and something that we have to offer to the world. So it does us no good and it does nobody else any good to try and tuck that away and hide it just because, you know what I mean, things are a little hard for you. So I think that was that was the last video we did.
Yeah, I appreciate you painting the picture. And next time I actually do see it, I'm gonna put that into, you know, preference when I'm looking at it so I can understand it more. But it was amazing having you today. Is there anything you want to tell anybody that's here, you know, or anybody out that, you know, that's on your heart that you want to give out? Drop a gem.
Yeah, so two things. The first one is this project we recorded it in 24 hours. We did a 24-hour studio session. And yeah, we pretty much documented the whole thing, and there's a documentary up on YouTube.
Okay.
So you can go check that out, the 24 Hours of Rain. Yeah, and just, you know, whatever it is that you feel in your heart to do in this world, go ahead and do it as long as it's, you know, impacting somebody in a positive way.
I love that. And I thank you so much for coming, Mr. Tyreek. Y'all
Thank you
follow
for having
him,
me.
TYRIQOMAR on Instagram. Y'all follow him and y'all see what he got going on. Y'all heard about that project.